Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hey guys, Zeke here again with another review. This time I'm bringing you the latest forgeable weapon in combat arms, which is the Wa2000-1 Tactical. This weapon is forged by using the standard Wa2000 and 20 fusion kits, which is one of the newest items in the gun emporium after they completely remastered it, which is very nice. I love the new gun emporium, love what they did with it, and I'm very glad that they finally took some of the suggestions from the players and made it to where when you customize your gun, if it fails, you can redo it. Just everything that they did about it has made it so much better. But enough about that. The stats on this thing are a damage of 100, portability of 45, rate of fire of 16, accuracy of 99, and a recoil of 64. Now, this is a semi-automatic rifle, even though it's so damn slow. It's not like your standard semi-autos where you can just spam the hell out of your bullets. This is a one-hit kill semi-automatic rifle, which means that when you scope in and you fire, it will stay scoped in after you fire your first round. It will not unzoom to recock your gun, rechamber a bullet. You don't have to worry about that. It will stay exactly where it was when after you finished firing your round. Of course, the rate of fire on this thing is low, unlike, say, the M107, which is another semi-automatic rifle, but has a fairly decent rate of fire for being a one-hit rifle. This one, the rate of fire is actually, I think, a little bit less than, say, the DSR-1, but it's still very nice. A solid one-hit kill, two-hit tank. The sound of this thing, I love what they did with the sound when you forge the gun. It went from the standard pew-pew of any silenced rifle to almost sounding like the ZVI Falcon. Almost. Not quite. But I love what they did with the sound of it. I think it sounds a lot cooler. A lot better for a rifle of this design. And yeah. Now, the portability is pretty nice on it. Considering the size of the rifle itself. Yeah, it's nothing, nothing drastic, but it's still pretty decent. Personally, for me, it took a minute to get used to this rifle. It took a good couple of games because I am used to using bolt action rifles, and so the whole semi-auto concept to me was just like, whoa, what? No, this isn't right. It's a one-hit rifle, but it's not unscoping after every shot. So it took a while to get used to, but once I did get used to it, it was a very nice rifle. And as you can see, I'm scoping out after every shot because, like I said, I'm used to that. It's hard to quick scope when you stay zoomed in. Now, if you have the standard Wa2000, then there's absolutely no reason not to upgrade to this rifle. all it does is get better, and none of the stats get worse. The sound gets a lot better. There's just no reason to not upgrade. One thing I'd like to address, I know there's a lot of debate as to the pronunciation of this rifle's name. Some people call it the Wa2000-1, some people call it Wa2000. Personally, I say Wa2000 because Carl Walter, the person that founded the company that makes this rifle and other guns such as the pistol from my review just before this one, the Walter P38, is, well, named Walter. So there, you know, Walter, why not? That's just me. You guys can call it whatever you want. I personally don't care what anybody says. I don't feel there's any right or wrong way to say the name of a gun unless you're just blatantly saying it wrong. Like, say you got the latest weapon, the Zeakyill, and you're calling it, I don't know, a Gallywhack or whatever. Unless you're just obviously, blatantly wrong, then with guns like this, the AUG or AUG, depending on what you want to say, what's the point of not shortening it up a little bit? A lot of people are like, oh, well, that's not correct terminology. You know, it's an AUG or it's a WA2000. Why? What's the difference? I know plenty of people that have personally used some of these rifles and weapons, and they say it exactly the same way that I do. There's no reason not to. However you want to say it is how it's said. That's it. That's all I gotta say about that matter. I'm just saying, there's a lot of heated arguments over it, so I think it's pretty foolish, guys. Now, as I said before, this is a good rifle. Personally, I don't think it would be one of the best snipers in the game. There are plenty of other ones that I personally like a lot more, but that's just me. You might get your hands on this rifle and think, oh wow, this is the most overpowered rifle in the game and I love it. More power to you. Use it, you know. It's always good to use a weapon that you get, and you might as well like it since you got it. Especially since this weapon costs NX, or rather, the weapon that is needed to forge this weapon, the Wa2000, is an NX item. I do believe that the standard Wa2000 is still on sale for permanent duration. I could be wrong, and by the time some of you are watching this video, I probably am wrong. But at the time I'm doing this video, I believe that it's still available for permanent. It is a good rifle, very solid, very nice design. I know some of you will like the semi-auto aspect of it simply because it stays scoped in. It's very nice on maps such as Kill Creek and Snow Valley and whatnot. You don't have to worry about unscoping after every shot, especially on Kill Creek. You got a shot lined up and you just miss by a hair. You don't have to unscope and hope that you stay there in the same general area. You can stay scoped in, just line your shot back up and fire. Very solid rifle, very nice. As usual, pick it up if you have the money and if you want to. Give it a try. A decent rifle. The standard Wa. Pick up the standard Wa, and if you have it for any lengthy amount of time, 60 days, 90 days, permanent, there's no reason to not turn it into this. All it does is get better. That's all I have to say about this gun, as usual. You guys have a good one.
Round start. Round start. Headshot.
Watch out, coming up the courtyard.
Round start. Alpha team wins.